Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different on this channel. I'm going to be unboxing a Nintendo Wii U. This is everything I got with it. Now, a while back, Best Buy was doing this deal where you can get this Nintendo Wii U I have, which contains Mario 3D World, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. And they were selling it for a very good price. And because of that, it helped me get a Wii U, and I want to be able to thank someone special for getting me this console. You know who you are. Thank you so much. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be unboxing it and then give you my first impressions of the console. This is all the stuff I have with my system, so let's go ahead and actually take a look at the Wii U console itself. So as you can see inside of the box, it comes with a plethora of different things here. So we know what we're in for when we open up the Wii U. And I like how the back here has a cat design for the logo of the Wii U. That's pretty cool in my opinion. So let's go ahead and open this up. This here is our first layer, which contains all the cables and then the games. This here is Super Mario 3D World. Comes in a red label, which is pretty nice. Reminds me of New Super Mario Bros. Wii on the Wii. So that's very, very good. And then here is Nintendo Land. Funny thing is, Nintendo Land is not in a plastic seal just like Mario 3D World is, but it's here. And you got yourself some Club Nintendo stuff and the game. Also, there's a manual in there. I'm not going to be looking at that right now. We got ourselves power cord for the Wii U, another power cord, which this one I am assuming is for the gamepad, and here we got these little clips. These look like stands in order for you to set the Wii U vertically instead of on its side. I'm going to be having mine set in a TV cabinet, so it's going to be on its side anyways. Maybe able to get some use out of those in the future though. Got an HDMI cable. The Wii U is the first Nintendo console to go full HD, so that's very nice to be using that instead of component now. That's what I used to use with my Wii. We got a sensor bar. Now, they don't expect you to have all Wii accessories with the Wii U, but they give you a sensor bar since it's not as easy to buy one of these from your local store compared to a Wiimote. So that's very nice. I already have another sensor bar set up for my Wii, but this will be kept around as a spare because of that. Got ourselves a little stand here for the Wii U gamepad. Very nice. And then, what is in here? This is, from the looks of things, a charging cradle for the Wii U gamepad. So you could set the gamepad on this stand, or you can set it on top of this stand here, which will also charge the device. This will probably get more use compared to the standard stand for the gamepad, but it's nice that they give you both here in the Pro Wii U set. That's everything that's out of this box, so go ahead and push all this aside, and there is a lot to move around. Let's go ahead and open up the second compartment here from the Wii U box. This fell out of the box for me. It is a Wii U system update information. Little piece of paper just telling you when you first connect this to the internet, do an update because there will be one for the system. And then this here, this talks about charging the gamepad, so very important to read over. Or be reading over that later on. But this here is the gamepad. Never experienced this myself. I have used a tablet, so I'm familiar with this kind of shape and design, but this is it. This is the Wii U gamepad. Looks like a touchscreen device here for any kind of add-ons like Amiibos. Amiibos now use this. Got a home button, microphone, TV button, power, start select, all the buttons we're used to, and also has a camera right here. I heard that this bar is also a sensor bar for the Wiimote, because you can play Wii games using the Wii U touchscreen as your TV source, which is very cool. Got an L button, R button, ZR and ZL triggers, which are nice. Got the power cord, goes in here, and the headphone port here, so for those games they want to be playing with headphones, you can just plug it right into your Wii U. Got a volume switch right here for the headphone port. Down here are speakers, which would also be where that volume will control it. And from down here, looks like we have another port for where we can charge that using the charging station. And then the battery compartment with a sync button outside. So that's really nice. I like the gamepad. Very nice and comfortable. It's now time for the console itself. There we go. So first thing we see here is we have an AV output, so you can use your same component or composite cable used with your Wii, same sensor bar input, an HDMI out, and from the looks of things, a different power input than the Wii. So it looks like you can't use your Wii power supply with the Wii U. You also have two USBs here in the back. And from the looks of things, we got a sync button here in the front and here. And this little flaps where you put SD cards, and there's two more USBs. Other than that, it looks very similar to the Nintendo Wii. It's a very nice looking design console. So now with everything unboxed, I'm going to go ahead and load this up, go through all the first setup menus, and give you my first impressions from there on the console. So it's been over a month since I opened up my Wii U for the first time and started to play around with it, and I figured now is as good of any time to finally give my first impressions over the console as a whole. Now, since I opened up the Wii U itself, I actually got two more games over the holiday to add to my collection: The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, along with Sonic Lost World. So I've been playing these games alongside all the other ones that I got with my Wii U. And short and simple, I'm enjoying the Wii U. It's a very fun system to play and it has a lot of great games right now. I want to go ahead and talk about the biggest factor of the Wii U. Get this out of the way right now, the Wii U gamepad. The gamepad is essentially the Wii U. You need the gamepad for a majority of the games on the Wii U system. You need this to set it up. You need to use the gamepad to use all the different channels and applications on the Wii U. It's an essential thing for the system. And you can see why. This thing has a lot of its own unique abilities. For example, you can use the gamepad screen as a map, or you can use it to essentially play the game on that screen with a TV off feature, which a lot of Wii U games have. The games that I can think of right now that have this ability is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Super Mario 3D World, Wind Waker HD, Sonic Lost World, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Basically any major game that you can think of on the Wii U, you're able to play on the Wii U gamepad screen. This is very convenient in case you don't have a TV to use at the time. I've been using this a handful of times with my system so far, but I try to play my games on the big screen with that full 1080p quality. The Wii U can output at 1080p via HDMI and it looks fantastic. Compared to what we're coming off of with the Nintendo Wii, this looks great. It's about time Nintendo reached this standard since Sony and Microsoft have been doing this for years. It's good to see Nintendo catch up, and they are really showing with their titles that they can really make good looking games for the system. Can't think of a single game I played on the Wii U that was made by Nintendo that I question its graphics. So I want to go ahead and take a little bit of time to talk about some of the games I actually own for the system. Pretty much just give a quick little overall thought on each one. First off, let's start with the amazing Spider-Man 2 on Wii U. It's a fun little game. You can see that they didn't put as much effort into the Wii U version compared to the other versions of the game, but it's still a fun time. Reminds me a lot of Spider-Man 2 that was released on the PlayStation 2 GameCube era. That game was a lot of fun. This game's reminded me a lot of that one. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This game is very fun. If you're a fan of any of the Donkey Kong Country games, you owe it to yourself to play this one. It's a lot of fun, very challenging, great music, great level design, very fun game. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, a game I enjoyed a lot in the GameCube era. It's a game I played a lot in the series, and the HD version just fixed a lot of the issues that I had with the original GameCube version of Wind Waker. It's a lot of fun, and the definitive version of Wind Waker. Nintendo Land. Basically, this game is the Wii Sports for the Nintendo Wii U. It's a glorified tech demo when you really think of it, but there's a lot more content here compared to Wii Sports. There's a lot of games that you can play both by yourself and with your friends, but I don't really see myself coming back to this one as much just because it's a more multiplayer focused game compared to anything else I played on my system so far, and I'm not in the situation right now to really be playing with a lot of people, so probably not going to be coming back to this one as much. Sonic Lost World. Very fun game on the Wii U. Really did change up the Sonic series, especially because we were so used to games like Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations at this point. But it still has its own charm. Although if you're going for all the red rings in this game, it's going to be a completely different experience. It's a fun game on its own, but when you're collecting those red rings, you're going to feel completely different about the game. Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D World is a very fun 3D Mario platformer on Nintendo Wii U. Reminded me a lot of the Mario Galaxy games. Not surprising because the same team who worked on those games worked on 3D World. It's a lot of fun, a lot of variety in its gameplay, and I do like some of the new power-ups that we've seen in this game, like the cat suit. The cat suit is actually a really good power-up, and it's very useful in a lot of levels. Makes getting those golden flagpoles a heck of a lot easier. Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. So really much I gotta say about this one. It's Smash Bros. It's a fun time. I've recorded an entire impression series over this game alone, so look forward to seeing a lot of those videos after this one's up. A lot of my opinions I'm going to be talking about in those videos. But short and to the point, I really enjoy this game. It has a lot of content, there's so much stuff for you to do. And this is a game I'm going to be playing throughout this entire console generation. Wii Party U. Wii Party U is a very fun game to play with friends and family. It's a great party game. And it's something I've been playing every now and again on my Wii U with some family. It's pretty much like Mario Party, so if you played Mario Party, you basically played this game. The minigames are pretty fun. Some of them use the gamepad in very unique and intuitive ways, while other ones do feel a little gimmicky at times. It's still a fun game to play, and it is a good way to showcase some of the unique features of the Wii U gamepad. You can do more than just gaming on the Wii U. You have a social media service called Miiverse on the Wii U. Essentially what Miiverse is the equivalent of Facebook for the Nintendo consoles. This allows you to talk to a community of people playing the same game as you. You can post things that you're doing in a game, you can post screenshots, you can give posts yas, which is the equivalent of a Facebook like, and Miiverse is just a great way to talk to the community about the same game that you are playing. And you can post whatever you really want on the site, just be careful what you say because these moderators on Miiverse are strict. If you say one thing that's talking about yourself, they may block you for a bit because they don't want you sharing any personal information whatsoever. No screen names, no friend codes, nothing. So you have to watch what you're saying, but you can post some funny stuff like this, for example. Look at that. The link is underneath Windfall Island. That doesn't happen every day. Well, go ahead, post it on Miiverse. Now there's one complaint I do want to make with the Wii U gamepad. It's a very comfortable controller, but its battery life is abysmal. The gamepad can have at the most 3 hours of battery life before you have to plug it in and charge it. Luckily, the deluxe versions of the Wii U, which is all the 32 gig models, come with a charging dock, which I showed in the unboxing part of this video. You'll be using that quite a lot. If you don't have that dock, you can buy it separately. They're about $20 normally. I've been seeing them on sale in a lot of places for like $8, so they're not too bad to get. But you just want to make sure you keep that plug on standby whenever you can for the gamepad, because you're going to be needing to have this thing charging a lot. But because the battery life on the gamepad alone, you're going to be wanting to pick yourself up one of these right here. This is the Wii U Pro Controller. This is compatible with most of the games on the Wii U at this point. What the Pro Controller will allow you to do is play these games with a more comfortable controller with a very long battery life. The Pro Controller has an 80-hour battery life. It's pretty insane when you compare that to the gamepad. Funny enough though, the layout of the Wii U Pro Controller reminds me a lot of the Xbox 360 controller. Its shape, some of its joystick positions, its triggers, it reminds me a lot of the 360 controller. It's a very comfortable controller to use for long periods of time. It's a controller I try to use whenever possible compared to the Wii U gamepad, mainly just to save on battery life with the gamepad. The Wii U is also backwards compatible with Nintendo Wii games, so all the games that you owned on your Wii, you can play on your Wii U, and that includes all your Virtual Console and WiiWare titles. The only thing is, if you're going to be transferring over your data from your original Wii to a Wii U, is that it's a one-time commitment, and I'm not really ready to make that commitment yet with my Wii, so I'm going to be keeping all my virtual console games, all my WiiWare stuff on the original Wii. I think it could be better that way for now, but you can buy all those virtual console and WiiWare games still using the virtual Wii mode on the Wii U. It acts exactly like a Wii would. You don't really have the settings mode on the virtual Wii mode of the Wii U, and that's because all the settings that you have with your Wii U transfer into the Wii mode. So you can't really adjust your sensor bar sensitivity from the Wii side of your Wii U. You actually have to back out to the Wii U menu, go into the settings there. That's a little bit of annoyance because I've had some sensor bar issues and I needed to swap it in the Wii mode, but I can't. I gotta back out to the Wii U mode, so it's more of an inconvenience than anything. It works, and it upscales all your Nintendo Wii games to HD. It goes up to 720, 1080p, whatever output your Wii U is set to, it'll upscale your Wii games too. So this is a great way to play all your Wii games in high definition. Overall, the Nintendo Wii U is a very fun platform, and I really do enjoy playing the games on this system. It's a well-crafted system, the gamepad is very unique and intuitive, doesn't really feel clunky at all. My only complaint is that battery life, but luckily the Wii U Pro Controller fixes that issue, having a much longer battery life. And with it being compatible with majority of the games on the system, I feel like that complaint is a more minor complaint than anything else. The social media service Miiverse is a great way to talk to the community about the games that you're playing, sharing information about the games that you're playing in case you're stuck, or just really want to talk to the community about something you really enjoy. And being backwards compatible with the Wii, you have a variety of different games that you can play on your Wii U, whether they be from this generation or the previous one. I highly recommend you pick up a Wii U if you were debating about picking up that console this generation. It's a very fun console, has a great variety of games on it right now, and there are more on the way. So I highly recommend the Nintendo Wii U for anyone who is interested in the next Nintendo console. I hope everyone enjoyed this first impressions video, and with that all said, I'll see you guys next time.